Please tell me.
No.
Please, because I'll never tell, no matter what.
It's not you telling.
I'd die before I told.
It's not you telling. Even if you didn't.
I wouldn't.
It's you knowing. It's too awful, I can't.
But tell me.
No.
Because if you don't, then there's a secret between us. If there's the secret, then we're not.
Please?
We're not close anymore. We can't
But
ever.
nobody knows everything.
Yes, but a big secret like
It's
this.
not such a big
Then tell me.
No.
It's big because you won't tell me.
No, I won't.
Is it something you...
Don't start guessing.
Or something you want to?
Please.
Or something you've seen or heard or know?
Please.
And if it's something you've done, is it a crime or a sin or embarrassing? Because what
No, I just don't want you to know.
All right.
All right. I'll tell you.
You don't have to.
I'll tell you.
Yes, because I'll always...
It's not that.
Tell me, because I'll always...
Right, I'm telling you.
No.
Yes.
No.
I warned you.
But that's...
Yes.
Oh no. That's...
Yes.
How could you?
I did.
Now what? Now what? Now what?
Why do they need to know all this stuff?
They're doing research. It helps guide their policy. They use it to help people.
Asuka, they use it to sell us things we don't need.
No, that's the people who phone up. I don't answer any of their questions. I just say, no thank you. There's no need to swear at them.
Joel, I've made a mess of it anyway.
You'll get into trouble if you don't do it.
They won't know.
They know you exist.
I love him so much.
I love him more than you.
I'd jump out of a window,
I'd eat fire,
cut off my hand,
eat dog shit,
kill my mother.
eat cat food.
Ew.
Just to touch him,
Just to tell him.
just to see him.
Just to have him see me.
Well, he was born at 2:10 in the morning and I was born at 2:10.
How do you know?
Mom says.
2:10.
Well, she said just after 10, so that's 2.
That's not 2.
It is 2.
Well, I was born on Tuesday, he was born on Wednesday, and you were only born on Friday.
That's stupid.
His favorite color is blue.
His favorite food's chili.
His favorite animal is snakes.
His favorite holiday was in Bermuda.
What's his favorite smell?
Roses.
You're making that up?
Well, what?
I'm asking you.
You don't know?
I'm asking you.
You don't know, do you? Go and tell me.
You tell me.
I don't know, you tell me.
Fine. I don't know, but gonna have to find out.
You mean neither of us know?
Wait, we'll find it out now.
I can't believe neither of us.
Wait,
But I know, I used to know.
wait, it's in here.
is a chicken.
Wait.
You can't find it.
Looking.
You're not looking
I
properly.
can't find it.
Let me.
You can't find it.
Wait.
See, it's not in there.
Wait.
You can't find it.
What are we going to do?
We have to find out somehow.
I won't be able to sleep.
What are we going to do?
He's wearing me out.
Take a break.
Do you want to go in? I'll give him a cigarette. He's not ready to talk.
Oh, I thought we got there yesterday.
I thought we'd got there yesterday, but he's past that.
Well, he'll get to the point where he'll say anything.
We're not paid extra for it to be true. I'll give him a cigarette while you have your cigarette, and then I'll tell him that you'll be back.
So we hatch a batch of eggs in the lab.
And where do you get the
Well, from the poultry breeders who supply them to the battery.
Oh, the intensive.
Yeah, so some of them might go to the farms, but either way,
So either way, they're not going to
12 weeks old, they'll be plucked and lying on their backs
in a supermarket.
on your table.
So you're not taking the life.
I am taking the life.
But even if you didn't,
They wouldn't live to be old chickens, no.
okay, so you've got the chickens and
About a day old, fluffy yellow, like little Easter.
you do some experiments on them.
What we do is we get them to pick.
Because chicks do pick a lot.
Ah, they pick at everything. And we get them to pick at beads which have either been dipped in water or some stuff that tastes bitter.
Not poison.
Oh no, it just makes them wipe their beaks on the floor and then they're fine again. And of course, we're writing all of this down. Which chick, which bead, how many picks, and then my colleague injects this tiny amount of very slightly radioactive liquid on each side of the chick's brain.
no, stop.
I know, but they don't seem at all
It
to be.
doesn't hurt.
Well, they don't show any signs.
Okay, so what's it do? It's got to shove something in the brain.
Because what we've injected has sugar in it, it gets used up by the nerve cells. So the more sugar, the more brain activity. And the radioactivity acts like a tracer, like in a scanner. So you can measure that and see exactly where in the brain the sugar
And the
goes.
idea is that it's different in the different...
Well, what we hope to see, you see, is that it's different.
depending on what they've learned about them.
Exactly, because we give them the beads again and we see that they have learned. Because the ones who had picked the beads with the water come back to pick it again. And the ones who
They
had
won't pick it.
the ones who had the bitter bead have learned not to pick it.
That's terrific.
But that's not what we're finding out. What we're finding out is that
Changes in the brain.
exactly what changes in the brain correspond to that memory.
So, to do that, you'd have to...
Yes. I take the bird in my left hand and I cut off its head with a big pair of scissors.
Ah,
And then I drop the body in a bucket, take its head, peel back the skin, cut through the skull, and there's the brain.
there's the brain.
And I put that in a dish with ice, and then my colleague cuts out thin slabs using a razor blade, and then out of that, he dissects out tiny samples which he puts into a test tube, and it's immediately frozen. All in the meanwhile, I'm taking out the next brain out of the next chick.
Yes.
And that's what I do.
And then you analyze.
And then there is a substantial increase.
So you can measure.
And not just an increase, but exactly where. Because if you slice
the brain.
the frozen grain into thin slides and place them on those slides, you get pictures.
So you can see.
You can see exactly where. Well, depending on how dark it is. But if you add false color, then it would look much prettier. Yes. And clearer. And the information is exactly this.
Same. Which is...
That the learning takes place on the left side of the brain.
So you can see
And there is another version where you can stain the sample with silver salts and you can count the new spines of the dendrites, which are...
Yes, the little tiny.
And with that degree of magnitude, a thumbnail would be 250 meters wide.
So you can see the memory.
You can see the actual changes.
See what the chick learns about the bead.
Can't sleep.
What more?
I hate it now.
Book?
I haven't got one I like.
Just lie there and breathe.
My head is too full of stuff. Are you asleep?
No. It's fine. What? You can't sleep.
I think I'll just get up and go on Facebook.
You don't seem to have a TV.
There used to be one, but it stopped working. The reception's no good anyhow.
Oh, I bought my laptop.
You might have a reception problem there.
It's not that I need it. There's no cell signal, is there?
You'd have to go to town. Or I think someone said there might be a spot about 2 miles down the road. If you go down towards the cliff and stand on a rock, you'd have to know it.
Or we can listen to the radio. Does it work?
I did warn you.
I know.
It's quiet here.
I like it. Quiet.
You can always cycle down and get a newspaper.
It's all right.
I don't have time, you see.
Don't you sometimes want a weather forecast?
I want you to be happy here.
I am happy here.
You'll find you can feel if it's raining.
Is an irrational number real?
It's real to me.
But can you have an irrational number of oranges?
Not as things stand, no.
I'm not comfortable with the whole idea.
There was someone called Hippasus in Greek times, and he found out about the diagonal of a square.
and then they drowned him because they didn't want to know about things like that.
Like what?
Numbers that make you uncomfortable and that don't relate to oranges.
I can see how they might want to do that.
Drown him.
Maybe he should have kept quiet about it if he knew they couldn't stand it.
Is that what you do?
I don't know if I should tell you. What? But you are my friend more than she is.
What is it?
What do you think yourself? Would you rather know things or not know things? Would you rather just let things be the way that you think they are, the way that they are really, or if you found out something that might change it all in an instant, would you want that? Am I interfering now, or is it what a friend ought to do?
You're going to have to tell me now, you know that.
But some people might say you shouldn't say anything, I mean, especially because it's against your best friend. I keep seeing them together. And last night, her and I were having a drink after work, and he just sort of showed up, and then they left together. They didn't even bother to come up with a story. I mean, it could be my imagination. I'm putting ideas into your head now. I'm sorry,
They're having an affair.
They are? You knew this.
I've known for quite a while.
How long?
3 years?
And you're okay with it?
Yes, it's all okay. Thanks, though.
While Mom's out, yeah? I've got something to tell you, okay? So I need you to look at me.
Dude, I'm listening.
I need to feel that you're really paying attention.
Oh my god, I can pay attention without looking at you. Not brain dead. I can see and hear and everything. Dude, what the fuck? I'm listening, okay? How long is this going to take? Hey.
Okay, fine, don't pay attention then. I'm just gonna tell you, you might like to know that Mom's not your real mother, I'm your real mother, Mom's your nan, okay? Did you listen to that?
Does Mom know you're telling me this?
I just decided.
Well, are we going to tell her that you told me?
I don't know. Do you think?
Why didn't she say anything? She doesn't want me to know. Dude, she's going to go crazy.
It'll be okay.
Well, it's not my fault. She can't blame me for knowing.
It'll be okay. I'll tell her I told you. It's my fault.
How old were you? 13. 13. Dude, you were 13.
Yes, that's why.
I suppose that's better than not being born.
That's what I thought. I thought you'd like to be born.
Who's my dad then?
I didn't see him anymore. He went to a different school. He was 12.
I don't think I feel like you're my mom, though. I don't have a sister. I don't like that. Do you want me to treat you differently?
I just didn't want it to be something I could never say.
Well, I'd like it if things would go back to what they were.
You mean not tell Mom?
Do we have to?
I don't care if she goes crazy.
Well, as long as it's with you she goes crazy with.
I can just tell her to leave you alone because I'm your mom.
I don't think that works.
You shouldn't fire people by email.
You can't come bursting in here and shouting.
I'm just saying, it needs to be face to face.
I'm sorry, I do appreciate, but I'm busy at the moment. If you could just wait outside.
I need to be looked in the eye and you tell me that you're firing me.
Redundancy isn't anything.
Just say it. You're fired. Just say it. You're a coward. You can't say it.
Why don't you speak to my PA and make an appointment?
Just say it. You're fired. Just say it.
It's a message.
Killing people.
Yes, because then they understand.
Killing yourself.
They understand what you're telling them.
But they don't do that. They just feel fear.
Because the deaths show how important it is.
No. They just say that you're a terrorist or...
And the terror is a message.
But they don't get it, do they? They just pass laws and lock people up.
If enough people did it. Because they don't really feel terror, do they? They don't live in terror. If they lived in terror, they'd be getting a message.
Would you do it yourself?
I don't think I would, no.
Because you're scared.
I don't think that message is what I want to say.
Doctor, one more thing before I go. Can you tell me how long I've got?
There's not an exact answer to that.
I'd be grateful for anything. You can give me an idea.
Let me say 10% of people with this condition are still alive after 3 years.
That's helpful. Thank you.
Into le nonsense uyenzileyo bonga.
Ndiye ndacinga.
Uyakwazi ucinga wena? Ucinga kuzakwenzeka ntoni kuwe?
Ndiyayazi kodwa
Okanye mna abantwana bukhe wayicinga loo nto?
ibiyinto right efuneke ndiyenzile.
So sizawuthini bonga? Kuyafuneka sipakishe yonke into yethu sihambe siyokhangela indawo ohlala.
Sure.
And when you will be a protected witness by the police. Thina kuyafuneka
Akwenzeka loo nto. I just made the phone call. Khandibaxelele bandingubani.
Usebenzisa ifoni yakho?
No, of course not. Andobhara.
Yiyo, but okay. Usebenzise ntoni ke public phone?
Yes, of course.
Le lapha ngasa High Street?
No, ndiye ndathatha itrain.
Uthathe itrain? Nini?
Namhlanje ndiye ndayokwenza le phone call. Thathe itrain ndaye New Bright.
Why New Bright Bonga?
Ibisondele.
So awuphangelanga. You didn't go to work. Awuthathanga abantwana esikoleni. Ntoni ukuyenza kanti?
Bendise New Bright.
Sabawoleke ndiyophola namaginza ase New Bright.
Ayophola. Namaginza New Bright. I went to New Bright to go make the phone call. Ndabuya, ndayo etaveni, ndayosela ibhiya, ndaze ekhaya. I simply told them, bananku lo mntu nimfunayo. Andizoninika igama lam, enkosi ndacima ifowuni.
What if they know Bala call came from a New Bright?
Abazoyazi loo nto.
What if bayazi nguwe lo use New Bright?
Abazoyazi babe ndiyothini eNew Bright.
Bongo, you can't be sure of that. Aba bantu bangaba nethomi phakathi emapoliseni.
How likely is that to happen? Lo mntu akanazo ithomi emapoliseni. Ndinethomi mna nilitha, ndinayo ithomi mna emapoliseni.
Andiyazi uyenze ngantoni le nto in the first place.
Ibingekho right laa nto beyenziwe.
Yitshomi yakho le.
He's not my friend.
Oh, yotshomi yakho? Uyayazi phofu yena bangayotshomi yakho? Uzawuthini xa umbona ke bhuti? Okanye mna xa ndibonile Bonga, uzawukwazi unceda? Uzawukwazi undinceda?
Ayizokwenzeka yonke le nto ithethayo. Stop making up things.
Uzokwenzeka ke kanti. Futhi